bodyguard? You've made your point. You've answered that girl's question, showing how easy it is to get caught up in the movement. Doing what the leader tells them to do and denying what the leader tells them to deny.
But we can go even further with it. Harness it for good, improve the school maybe. We can make a statement about the things that are unjust. Discrimination, racism, Vietnam.
But I'm afraid it's getting dangerous. More important, I don't like what I'm seeing you become. It's the kindness, the playfulness about you that I admire. That's how you change the world around you. Not this sudden need to be in control.
I'm just trying to get a lesson across.
But with this lesson, I'm afraid you're crossing the line. Look, you know I share your idealism. Outside of school, we're free to join protests, marches, sit-ins, but on school grounds and in your classroom, your contract says you teach history. I just don't want you to become history yourself in your first year of teaching. Just please end the experiment soon.
Okay, I will. A week or two, no more. I promise.
A week or two would shorten significantly over the next couple of days. The next morning, on the way to school, I continued the debate, but this time with myself.
Maybe Deanna was right. It's time to end things. Go back to normal. Business as usual.
End it, or maybe you could extend it. Who knows what we might be able to accomplish in the future?
But as Deanna said, my job is to teach history, the past.
Which we study to guarantee a better future.
True.
That is why you must keep teaching the educational values of this experiment.
I'm sorry, Deanna, but I owe it to the students to continue the third wave.
And to yourself. And to your ego. It's exhausting, but you're enjoying this. Being the leader of this little fiefdom that seems to be growing daily. Oh yes, you are the ruler of this regime, with complete control and authority. Seek Hail Hair Jones.
Extremes.
Even if it wasn't him, I'm pretty sure he put them up to it. Wait, maybe it was somebody else, or a group that wants us to think it's the extreme. We've got to tell Miss Jones right now. Miss Jones! She already knows! I saw her here earlier this morning. Yeah, me too.
Miss Jones, do you know who did this?
Yes, I do.
Who was it?
That's for me to know. Never mind the desk for now. Leave everything. We have more important things to discuss than a trash pile. Before the bell rang this morning, I received reports from all three of my informants who had the red X's on their cards. Brenda, a member of the WAVE gave you a salute, and you did not return it.
Who? I didn't see it. I would have returned it.
I have to go based off the reports given to me by my informants.
But it's not true. Which one?
It doesn't matter, Brenda. Go to the library for the remainder of the period. You can return tomorrow if you decide to follow the rules of the WAVE.
This isn't fair. I would have saluted if I'd known.
Doug,
Yes, Miss Jones?
you were overheard to say that the third wave was just a mere class experiment and nothing more.
I didn't say that exactly. I just
Doug,
said
go to study hall where you can return tomorrow as well if there are no further infractions against you.
will this keep you from making the basketball team?
It doesn't matter, Doug. There are things far more important than basketball, and the third wave is one of them.
But I swear.
Doug, go, please. and Brenda got off lightly, since their infractions, though egregious, were not major. Alicia,
Miss Jones, I promise I didn't do anything wrong.
you said that anybody would be a better bodyguard than Robert, even yourself. It's not funny.
I didn't mean it. I was just
Go
trying
to Mr. Wynn's in the counselor's office and tell him I said to transfer you to Mr. Charlop's history class. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
Then go. Aline.
Me?
Yes, you, Aline.
But I like the third wave, and I like you. I like you very much. You know that.
There are things far more important than affection, Aline, and allegiance to the wave is one of them.
But what did I do?
It's what you were going to do.
What do you mean?
Does this look familiar?
Where did you get that?
My informants have been more than vigilant. The third wave is much ado about not much. It's a rather tepid response to a question I asked in Mrs. Jones's history class. Rather than simply answering the question, she went on to create an overblown drama about it. And on it goes. I believe this was meant for the next edition of the Catamount, our weekly school newspaper.
I didn't really mean it like that. I wasn't going to submit it. This was just an exercise. Don't you believe me? Everybody?
What do we say, wave members? Innocent or guilty?
Guilty.
Aline, you can join Alicia in transferring to Mr. Charlop's class. And that's the price you pay for being traitorous to the wave. If anyone else is so moved to even speak against the movement, you too may leave now, before you must also pay the penalty. Good. What was the number, Robert?
176.
What?
That's not all.
Not all.
There's another 27 from Palo Alto East.
They're here at Coverly.
They said they were playing hooky to join the third wave.
Whoa, it looks like we've got lots more membership cards to make. Who wants to stay after and help? Wendy, good. Maria, all right. Eve, okay. I think that's enough. Tell them that they can join us tomorrow when we have the rest of the cards. Tell them to meet us here in the large auditorium at 10 minutes before noon tomorrow, Friday, for an important announcement and telecast.
Yes, Miss Jones.
The debate was over. The decision had been made.
Miss Jones, what's the important announcement? Yeah, and the telecast.
You'll see, girls, but I have something I want to show you first.
What is it?
It's an ad for this week's Time magazine. Mary gave it to me this morning.
What does it say?
I'll let Mary read it herself.
The third wave is coming.
It was a full-page color advertisement for a line of new lumber products called The Third Wave. What timing? Wait a second, is that like code or something?
It is, and in fact, I finally can let you in on this secret of mine. Teachers, like myself from Stanford, have been spread across the country into schools like Coverly with the singular purpose of introducing students to the Third Wave Youth Program. There is going to be a national telecast tomorrow by our leader. And you are the vanguard of this movement for change. The Third Wave. You're all the soldiers of action that are going to change